Hello, everybody. It's Jack from Cultaholic, back once again with 9 pitches for Money in the Bank. We've got Tom.
Bonjour.
We've got Andrew.
Au revoir. I forgot the
End
one.
of the video.
And buenos dias. It's me as well, the Spanish one, Jack the Jobber.
El Jobber.
El Jobberuni.
Jobberoonie.
Jack El Jobber.
Joel's behind the camera as well. Hello, Joel.
Salut.
That's the one I was thinking of.
Hello.
Poo.
Yeah, this is not an international WWE pay-per-view, but we've decided to go.
We've decided to go international.
Los Angeles?
This was, yes, is that where it is? LA, yeah. There's only, as we speak, 4 matches announced. So I've found this one quite tricky. How have you found writing it?
I mean, there's only 3 matches, but there are ramifications. 4 matches, but there are ramifications for all of them. So I found when I wrote the pitches that they're not so much based on what's going to happen within the show. One of them certainly is.
But it's what you...
But it's more what's going to go beyond the show.
Yeah. I'll do the
ramifications.
I'll do the catchphrase. Don't worry about that.
He did it so well there. He was like segueing so well.
Into doing it. No, we're going to give it its own moment. Here we go. Remember the golden rule, of course. It's not what we... Well, oh, God. I've done it wrong. We go around in a circle 3 times. Tom, then Andrew, then myself. Tom, then Andrew, myself. And we're left with 9 wonderful pitches. But now it's time to remember that most golden of rules. It's not what we think is going to happen. It's what we want to happen. What's he got planned here, then? What's he doing here, then? What's this one?
How long do you think it's going to be before?
I don't know, because Tom has to...
It's what we want to happen.
He's got
He's done it.
Curses.
Tom, it's you first, if you don't mind.
Very exciting. So, I'm getting straight into it with the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. The winner of said match, in my pitch, is El Grande Americano. So Grande Americano does it. He wins the big one.
I feel like on the Apprentice when they're like, "There's a gap in your CV here." Okay.
Which is just as well, because you know what? It's not been the greatest of weekends in the camp of American made. Chad Gable lost to Vikingo at Worlds Collide before Money in the Bank. It's a bit rough. So coming out of that, El Grande Americano getting a dub was a nice one for the whole team.
Well, he's not part of their team, of course. But they're friends.
Yeah, exactly. He's sort of off to the side. He's on the periphery of American made. Raw after Money in the Bank sees Vikingo once again in the crowd, celebrating the fact that, Worlds Collide, great success. Big plug for AAA, coming soon, Triple Mania on the way. Chad Gable comes to ringside, gets into it with Vikingo. And he's like, hey, look, on any other night, I could have had you beat. Just know that you're keeping that belt warm for me. And I tell you what, if you've got the guts... Anyone can do it on Worlds Collide. Can you wrestle on Monday Night Raw? How about you find yourself 2 tag partners? I'll get my boys, the Creeds. We'll have a trios match tonight.
Okay.
Vikingo's like, yeah, go on then. I'm up for that. His famous catchphrase. Go on. I'm up for that.
I'm a bloody Viking.
I'm a bloody Vikingo.
I love axes.
And flips.
Del Hijo del Vikingo. I am up for fights. This leads to said trios match, and Vikingo recruits Penta and Dragon Lee for a little bit of lucha flavor. This whole thing starts off relatively well until midway through the match. Chad Gable eats one of those delicious dives from Vikingo. But lands on his ankle, and refs come over to check him. It's like, he's not well. He has to get taken to the back because he's clearly suffered an injury. Leaves just the Creeds battling on their own, and they do okay. They end up fighting Penta and Dragon Lee into the crowd, leaving Vikingo on his own. And Vikingo, as he stands up, feels a crack on the back of his back.
Oh, no.
Leaving a Money in the Bank briefcase-shaped mark on his back. It's only El Grande Americano.
I didn't even know he was in the building.
I didn't know he was in the building either.
Whoa.
He hands the briefcase to the referee, and in broken English somehow is able to decipher, I'm cashing this in now. And it's announced that the following contest is for the AAA Mega Championship. 1 metal plate-assisted headbutt off the top later. El Grande Americano is the new AAA Mega Champion.
Right.
It will cause outrage from the lucha world. He can lose it back to Vikingo at Triple Mania if he wants, but a moment that absolutely puts the AAA title front and center on Monday Night Raw.
Now, at first, I had a slight concern there because obviously you've used there the cash in on a belt that's, not one of the world titles in WWE. It's slightly low, probably perceived as lower down by the majority of the WWE audience. But then I thought, actually, the way the current sort of world title situation is in WWE, Money in the Bank is an odd one, especially if Seth Rollins doesn't win, because you've got nobody really there who feels like they could take the belt from Jey Uso or John Cena, apart from Seth Rollins with Jey, of course. But I like this a lot.
Also, Triple H hates Money in the Bank, as we discovered relatively recently. So he won't want someone carrying a briefcase around for months and months on end.
Yes, the Money in the Bank stipulation has, over the years, increasingly become like an albatross around the necks of WWE. Like, how do we jam this into the title picture? It kind of disrupts plans more than enhancing them these days, it feels. And I think you found a nice way of solving that. I'm going to give it a yes-a-rooney.
Oh, a C!
A C!
Yeah. Gracias!
Yay!
I think I'd agree with Jack there in terms of...
Oh, there's a head rub going on though.
He's going to give it a no!
I'm not going to give it a no because I was sort of at the start.
I love an Andrew no. It's so dramatic.
I was a little bit tentative. I was a bit tentative about the whole thing, but you've done it in such like an entertaining way. And do you know what? It's something that I could actually see happening too, because as Jack said, sort of the landscape right now of the world title picture is very stacked, and it just feels like something that Chad Gable and maybe El Grande Americano, if they are the same person, but maybe they aren't the same person, would do in this scenario as well. And I guess with like the merger with AAA and everything, it gets more people sort of accustomed to AAA that maybe people aren't, the audience that aren't necessarily accustomed to.
I also think, I don't mind Tom's idea at all about Vikingo possibly winning it back at a later day, but it's very versatile. You could make a whole new lucha star. Whoever beats Chad Grande Americano, excuse me, whoever beats him, will become immediately like a hero to the lucha fans and to the
Absolutely, yeah.
So, yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
So, it's getting... a big old C!
Yay! I'm Vikingo and I get a big old C. I see you.
Yorkshire Vikingo.
Yorkshire Vikingo. I read.
From one bona fide Yorkshireman who's not geographically really from that Yorkshire area to another one.
Yeah.
Because I looked where Andrew's town is. It's so west. It's so west.
West Yorkshire.
It's right over. Yeah. No, it's North Yorkshire.
It's North Yorkshire.
But North Yorkshire bends around.
It's very close to, I guess, where the borders are.
With Lancashire.
Oh, yes.
Scary.
Scary.
Troubles.
I'm
Sorry.
sweating.
Karen, please. Please.
Right.
Start your pitch now.
Please, mate.
I'll tell you something, right? Men's Money in the Bank ladder match as well.
Devastated for you, mate.
You okay there?
Men's Money in the Bank ladder match.
Yes.
Yes.
We get to a point in the match that sees the action descend into pure carnage. Would you believe it? Both Penta and El Grande are battling out on top of a ladder with another ladder bridged between the rungs of the ropes. And of course, this leads to Penta hitting a Mexican destroyer on Grande, taking the two out of the equation. Solo hits Knight with a Samoan spike as Andrade follows up with that spinning back elbow on Sikoa in quick succession, but the ferocity in which he hits it, combined with the exhaustion from the physical match, sees him buckle to his knees as Rollins comes out of nowhere, rolling in, bang, stomp, I got you. Seth is the only one standing in that there ring as he looks up to the briefcase. He starts to climb with a smile on his face. But boy, howdy. That's it.
As he goes up each rung.
But boy, howdy, the crowd come alive when the camera cuts to show CM Punk standing on the apron. Punk hits a springboard clothesline, takes Seth off the ladder.
Sorry.
Oh, well.
I'm allowed to laugh at him because he's my special boy. And I
can't?
Yeah, you can.
I can't. There we go. Okay.
He hits
it and it's clean as well. Just for you. He looks square into camera and goes, Jack Jobber. This is for you, pal. He does it.
Yeah.
Jump off, clothesline, springboard, clothesline, takes Seth off the ladder, and Punk just starts hammering Rollins, hoisting him up for the GTS before Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed. They run in from the crowd. They ruin the fun. Boo, says Jack the Jobber from The Office. Seth hits a buckle bomb on Punk before Breakker follows it up with a spear. Oh, he's hurting. Rollins.
He's hurting.
Rollins orders Bron to set a ladder up between the ring apron and the announce desk as they lay Punk across it, and then Rollins signals for Bronson to get another big ladder. Get yourself up there, lad. Climb that bloody ladder. Braun holds Punk in place outside as Reed reaches the top of the ladder, all while Seth directs traffic from inside the ring. He turns around to grab another ladder to secure the briefcase when bosh! A louver kick from Sami Zayn takes down Seth Rollins. Ooh, he's down.
He's now hurting as well.
You gotta add the ad-libs, you know?
Yeah.
Braun sees this. He lets go of Punk and rushes into the ring. He charges full steam ahead towards Zayn, looking for a spear, but Sami counters. He tosses Braun out through the ropes to the outside, where the Money in the Bank participants are gathering and recouping.
Okay.
Zayn bounces off the ropes and hits the majority of the gaggle of grapplers on the outside. The majority.
Not all
of them.
Not all of them.
The majority with a tope con hilo. I don't know why that made me laugh.
Who's left?
Bronson watches on from the top of the ladder, but sees Punky still laid out before him, and he decides to hit a hellacious tsunami.
Oh, he does it. He does actually hit it.
But Punk instinctively manages to roll out of the way at the
That
last
is a
second,
horror bump for Bronson. Poor Bronson.
sending Reed crashing through the ladder.
And me and Ross have realised that Andrew's a merciless booker.
Oh yeah, we like a bit of murder. in
Bronson,
these.
lad.
Imagine the body count.
yeah.
Not in a sexy way.
No,
of
no.
Andrew as a booker.
You're not doing much on this show. Just jump off ladder through ladder.
What do we like? We like murder, blood, and licking
More
hands.
murder.
Licking hands. Anyway, Sami, knowing that Seth's still in the ring, he goes to enter, but he gets hit with a stomp for his troubles by heck. And we're back to square one. Seth's all alone in the ring. Ladder in place, he smiles at the sight around him and starts climbing. Every rung he's getting closer to the victory when... Yeah, LA Knight. Yeah, he springboard leaps over the top rope onto the ladder with so much rejuvenated Kavoka. Do you remember, everybody?
It was the majority.
It was the majority.
LA Knight was not in the majority.
No.
By God.
That's a call that's going to go down in history. He was not in the majority.
You're not in the majority. You hit the tope con. Hello.
The gaggle of grapplers was missing a boy. That's what they say. The two start trading blows, and they each end up teetering on the ladder. Ooh, who's gonna go? But it looks like Seth has the advantage. With Knight stunned, Seth goes to climb another rung, but an arm reaches for his leg, and it's only bloody CM Punk, everybody. It's CM Punk. Knight capitalizes as Seth falls from the ladder onto the shoulders of Punk, and he gets hit with a GTS.
He's done it.
He's done it. Knight seizes his opportunity. He climbs the ladder. He retrieves the briefcase, and he's the men's Money in the Bank 2025 winner because he should have done it a few times by now.
Oh,
And I think he deserves it.
I'm
as well.
delirious, mate.
That was a joy.
That was a lot. I'm
That
sorry.
was a lot.
That's enough.
So I think I speak for the majority when I say that was an action-packed bit of a Money in the Bank finish.
Thanks. There was lots of stuff going on there.
Interesting choice of LA Knight.
Yeah.
Do you know
get
what?
the dub.
Well, I was trying to think of I don't know if Seth winning is too on the nose. And I was like, I would like it, but Seth doesn't necessarily need it.
I like the story of Punk in sort of a swerve Hangman kind of way. You will never win this briefcase when I'm around.
Yeah,
I like that as well.
Because obviously him and Sami this past Monday night on Raw, they were
Sami, of
like,
course,
yeah,
as well,
we've
yeah.
got to stop because if he gets the briefcase, this and this is going to happen.
Yeah.
Which also leads into my next pitch as well, which I'll get to. But I was just thinking, just because I don't know where Knight goes from here at this point. Obviously, you can sort of do the draft and switch him over to Raw so he can go after the IC championship. But at the same time, I think it's time maybe for him to step up a little bit. Otherwise, I don't know where else he goes from here is all.
And I was thinking there, I was torn between a yes and a no. I love the action. I love the thrills and the spills.
Oh, yes.
But I was thinking, with Knight as the briefcase holder, it kind of the same issue arises that we were talking about in Tom's pitch. He avoided that with the Grand Impact. But in this case, I do think that LA Knight has the sort of charisma that he can always talk himself into any feud. That you don't need to be able to write around too many things because he's so good.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think as well, he can hold that briefcase for a while, and maybe when the smoke is cleared from one of the main event scenes next year, then he can become, part of a featured program. So it is a yes from me.
Oh,
Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm actually going to give it a yes as well. I think it's Money in the Bank is a match that can create a star. And obviously, LA Knight is already a megastar, but it's putting him and planting him firmly in that main event mix.
Yeah.
With that briefcase. So, yes, it's a yes from me.
Thank you.
Who won it when he... Oh, it was Priest.
Yes.
I think won it when everyone thought LA Knight was going to win.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
I think
because
so.
last year was Drew. So the year before that, when people were like, "Oh, he's just dead set, he's gonna win it," and then it was Priest.
Because I think everyone thought it would be either Knight or Jey Uso because it was versus Yeet.
Yeet in the
Yes.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What's your first one, Jack?
I've gone for the women's Money in the Bank ladder match because I'm a great guy.
Love it.
It's women's Money in the Bank ladder match time. We've got Julia, who I think is too new to the main roster maybe to win. We've got Naomi, who keeps going, watch out, Tiffany, I'm going to win. But I don't think she should win. I think she's got potential feuds elsewhere with like Bianca and stuff that don't require the title. And if we want to make the women's division have a bit more depth, like it maybe used to a bit more, we need feuds about all sorts of things. It doesn't just need to be for a belt. I think both WWE and AEW have fallen into that sort of trap recently, in recent years. You can have a feud in the women's division that's just a grudge feud. You don't need it for a belt. Rhea Ripley, I don't think needs it. But that's why in this match, despite looking like winning towards the end, she is smasherized through a table by the surprise interference of Jordan Grace. But yes, she's a babyface, but I don't care. I've written there. I think what I mean is I don't want to overwrite that potential feud. I just want to have these two very strong, very intimidating ladies just.
But if Jordan Grace is going to go straight for Rhea Ripley, that is going to healify her immediately.
Wait, is she injured? Oh, healify.
Yeah.
I thought you meant heal from injury.
No. Healify is in turned into a heel immediately.
Yeah.
They won't go, oh, lovely, two strong lasses having a fight. That's excellent.
But I think people might go like, yeah, fight. So I haven't really thought too much about it. I just want to see them do that. Everyone is now down on the outside. And the lights go down, and when they come back up, Bliss has managed to recover and sort of magically, she now is on top of the ladder because she's spooky.
Because she's spooky.
She's about to win, but who's that from out of the crowd to stop her? It's those rapscallions from the Judgment Day.
Oh dear.
No.
Bliss is pulled. They're all there, but Bliss is pulled down by Liv and Raquel, who hit their moves on her. The lights go down again, and it's the Wyatt Six. We haven't seen them align with Bliss yet, but here they are to get revenge for her, and we get a big old brawl between the Wyatts and the Judgment Day. The match continues while security desperately try to stop these two stables who are having a big brawl on the ramp. Meanwhile, two women are left in the ring. Roxanne Perez and Stephanie Vaquer. Steph wins the battle and looks as though she's about to win, but as she climbs, Liv Morgan appears out of nowhere, having broken free from her mini brawl with Nikki Cross. She was not one of the majority.
She was not.
On the ramp brawling. She broke free.
The gaggle of grapplers.
She leaps to hit Oblivion off the side of the ladder on Vaquer, allowing Roxanne to climb and win the briefcase. Dominic makes it back to the ring for the celebration. He can't believe it. Oh, this is amazing. He looks at Liv, who's just basically saved the day for his stable, and handed the briefcase to Roxanne. He looks at Liv, rushes right past her and hugs Roxanne Perez because she's the winner of the match. Yeah! Macho Man and Elizabeth kind of stuff. Yeah, you've done it. And Liv's just
done?
like, okay. And we set that ball a-rolling for another day. Dom doesn't think he's done anything wrong here. He's just excited for the winner of the match.
Yeah, true.
But Liv, of course.
Liv is livid.
Oh, you might say. You could well say that.
So once again, we have Dom in the middle of a whole love saga.
Because at the moment, on the most recent episode of Raw, I believe, Liv said, Finn Balor took Liv aside and Liv went, look, I know what you're doing. You've brought Roxanne in to cause trouble here. And Finn's like, I don't know what you're talking about. and then she's gone, he goes, you can trust Dom anyway. And she goes, it's not Dom that I don't trust. Yeah. So I don't know if Dom would actually do Liv dirty like he did Rhea beforehand with Liv, but you never know. But I think this is all maybe this is playing into Finn's hands.
Well, Finn throwing her a little wink on Raw was a little indicator of that, wasn't it?
Can't believe it.
I like it. I think she's a good choice to win it as well.
Yeah, me too. I think I decided
choice.
that first and worked backwards from there because I do want her to win it.
Yeah.
I know it goes against my rule I said at the start that Julia and maybe Stephanie as well are too new to the main roster, but Roxanne's got an immediate storyline. So
and also, she has been on the main roster since January. She's been in and out of the main roster since January.
True as well.
You know, so it's there is and the others you can build them up a regular way. Whereas Roxanne is somebody that would benefit from having like this sort of sneaky, smarmy, ratty type gimmick of I can run in and get a title match anytime I want.
Oh, and then what if Liv wins the title? Oh, that's great. We've both got the...
Dom in the middle.
Dom in the middle.
Dom in the middle.
Yeah, he's torn.
Yeah,
like Natalie
he
and
is.
Brullier, he's torn.
Exactly.
Nothing's right.
Staring at the
There's
blank
just so
page.
many things.
There are.
It's a yes from me. I like the carnage around bringing the White Six in as well. I like how we finally incorporate Bliss and the White Six together. Something they just seem to be sort of kicking the can down the road on for the longest of times, for whatever reason. So we incorporate it here and have that nice little breakdown with them guys. Yeah, and I like Perez as the Money in the Bank holder. It's a yes from me.
Hurrah! It's all yeses so far in round one.
I don't think I gave mine, actually.
Oh, wait 1 second.
I don't think I gave mine, actually.
I think Andrew has the anti-Paul Hollywood handshake.
Oh, no. The name on the contract says McMahon.
But it says no.
No McMahon.
No.
I'll give it a big old yes.
Phew.
Because as well, I agree. I would love to see Roxanne win. I was kind of hoping that Liv would be in this match as well.
Right.
Just because I would like to see the tension a little bit more there, see what happens, if one of them helps the other one or not. But I think I think it's a good way to use the briefcase as a storyline sort of crux thing, I guess.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Me too.
I might
That's why
not-
you wrote it.
I do, but I also was kind of just thinking Roxanne should have the briefcase and then
Agreed.
went backwards from there. But I'm glad we're all on the same wavelength there about how silly the mischief would be.
Big fan of silly mischief.
That's silly.
Is there any silly mischief in your second pitch?
There
Tom?
might be a little bit. Oh, we'll find out right now.
I'm so tired. I am deliriously tired.
It's John Cena and Logan Paul taking on Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. A great match, as you'd expect, between all four of these incredible WWF superstars. As the match goes on, Logan Paul has a little friend who joins him at ringside in the form of the Big Prime can. There I am.
Okay.
Big Prime bottle, rather. Big Prime bottle. Oh, is that Mr. Beast under there? Is that I Show Speed? Oh. So the Prime bottle is at ringside and is
This
just
is gonna be silly.
Is just having shenanigans all the way through.
Oh no.
We get to a point.
I think I know. I'm not going to say.
Okay.
I think I've guessed what's going to happen. And I'm worried because I think one of my pitches also has this thing. That could be. I could be well off base there.
Cena FUs Cody Rhodes through the announce table as the match wears on, and it leaves the world champ Jey Uso all on his own, and he's struggling in there against these two big lads. And at one point, Jay's outside the ring, and Logan Paul says, "I'm gonna put him through the another announce table. Hey, Prime Bottle, get over here and help me put him through this announce table." And as Logan Paul has his back turned, the Prime Bottle whack with a steel chair. Prime Bottle, what are you doing? Off comes the mask of the Prime Bottle. It's only R-Truth.
No.
What is he doing here?
I thought I was a genius.
So, but this is how it continues. R-Truth, massive pop, but it's shaking in that arena. Truth gets out of the costume. He stands on the ring apron and he reaches for the tag for Jey Uso. So Jay's like, and Cena's in the ring looking at what's going on. It's like, Jay's like, all right, tags in R-Truth. R-Truth runs wild, knocking down Cena. Whoa, bomb. You can't see me. Childhood hero. F you, five knuckle shuffle, get in. Logan Paul tries to interfere. He gets into the ring, and Jey Uso sends him flying to the outside of the ring. And by this point, security have appeared because they're actually doing their job now. Because they're like, R-Truth doesn't work here. He shouldn't be in this match. At some point, the ref gets knocked down. I forgot to mention that point.
Oh, yeah, of course.
There's no ref at this point.
It's fine.
R-Truth picks up Cena, middle of the ring, GTS to Cena, covers Cena, counts his own cover. 1, 2, 3. Truth rolls out of the ring. Security's all there. Truth grabs the WWE title, steps over the barricade, blows a kiss straight down the barricade, straight down the camera, and runs up the ramp with the WWE title. And the match just ends in abject confusion. So is Truth back? Is this Truth going it, like pulling an audible? Is he back in the picture? I mean, where we go from here, I'll let you decide. But that's what I want to happen. at Money in the Bank. Truth. Kissing the camera goodbye and stealing the title like he's CM Punk all those years ago.
I just feel like the makers of La La Land when Moonlight was the winner. I can't deny it. It's a fantastic pitch. If there's one thing that John Cena's heel run needs at the minute, it's maybe a little injection of chaos.
Yeah.
And I like that a lot. And it doesn't even if we want eventually to have someone like Cody or Punk or Sammy beat Cena and be the big hero at the end, that doesn't mean we can't have a little fun on the way.
No, we like
Wrestling is fun.
Wrestling is fun.
It's bollocks. I tell
It should be fun.
It should be fun. It should be fun.
And you've brought the fun there, and it's a yes from me, Tom.
Hey!
As furious as I am.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm intrigued to see how yours differs.
Well, mine's
in
not
execution.
in that match. Mine's a different bit.
Oh, well, brilliant.
Oh, a
Yeah.
different bit. You cheeky boy.
Happy day. Okay, well, thank you very much for the yes. Andrew, where are you at with it?
Need a cigarette now.
Oh, no.
That was delightful. I mean, if there was any way for him to come back, and I feel like it would be something exactly
feel like
like
he
that.
might be in the
That's
Prime
what
Bowl.
I think as well.
That's a great idea.
I feel like he should still be on the way out, but that should be how he goes out.
Oh, it'd be
like
fantastic.
his contract's still expiring.
Yeah,
But the last
exactly.
thing we see is him nicking the title.
Yeah.
That would be phenomenal.
Turning up in AEW with it and going, "Oh, hi, Edge." Haven't seen you in ages.
It's what we want.
That's what we want to
happen.
God, that was good. That was really good.
Is that a double yes?
That's a double yes.
Double yes.
Thank
you.
Mine's also for the tag match, but it's nowhere near on the level.
It's above it.
And after
It's-
yours, I've got a tag match one as well.
Oh, this is the tag
Tag-tackers.
match quarter. Put that in the little things along the bottom.
Tag
People can
tackers.
click
Bah,
on. The
humbug.
tag match section.
I've gone for tag techers with Cody and Jay up against
Tag Tackers with Cody and Joe. It's a new
Cody-
podcast from Global Player.
It's the
Listen
tag
now on
techers.
BBC Sounds.
We got Cena and Logan. They managed to get the upper hand on Jay and Cody with some questionable methods, of course. But what seems like a well-oiled synergy machine between the two heels reveals itself to be anything but. Can you imagine?
Can't imagine.
Well, you can, because I'm about to tell you. After trading tags and isolating Jay from the corner, Uso manages to mount a comeback and tag in a raging hot, throbbing Cody Rhodes, who is looking for his pound of flesh following WrestleMania 41. That's got him as that one.
So much adrenaline.
Raging
in
hot,
his soul.
throbbing, and looking for flesh to pound.
Why not? The crowd are electric for it, as we all are. Cena looks to be gearing up to take on Cody, and then he tags in Logan instead. Oh, you silly man, John Cena. Logan's taken aback by this. Cena's essentially feeding him to a bloodthirsty bleach blonde man. And whilst initially Cody has his fun, he eventually succumbs to Logan's underhanded tactics.
Oh.
God, he's a naughty boy. However, this is when Logan starts to get a bit too overzealous and cocky, right? With Cody on the back foot, John decides it's time to be tagged in to pick up the scraps. But Logan refuses. He's like, I've got this, pal. He must show the world that he's the new face of the company going forward. After all, he hits the pulverizer. 1, 2, kick out. Oh, would you believe it? Kick out from Cody. Paul heads up the turnbuckle for a frog splash, but Cena tags himself in instead. Oh, yeah, dafty. Logan hops down, and the two get into it. With Cody recuperating, though, he pushes Cena into Paul, and it sends the Maverick tumbling to the outside. Cody starts mounting a comeback. He's doing the jabs. He's ready for the bionic elbow, but Cena catches him and gets Rhodes up in position for an AA.
Oh, no. I'm being Cody, so I was doing that, and then I got lifted.
You ready for the next bit? But Cody holds onto the ropes, however, in hopes to combat the maneuver. But in doing so, Logan gets the blind tag on Cena, who manages to pull Cody away from the ropes to hit the AA.
Well, I'm done
That was
with
very
that.
good. Cena goes to cover, but the ref is all, no, you're not the legal man, Jonathan Cena, you silly boy. Cena gets up and into the face of the ref. He's confused about the situation, and as that's occurring, Logan's also gearing up on the apron to hit the buckshot lariat on the stirring Cody Rhodes. John turns around after understanding the situation, but as he does, Logan launches for the buckshot, of which Cody ducks out of the way,
He's going to hit John!
leading to Paul colliding with Cena.
No, it's the one thing they didn't want to happen.
Oh, but it happened.
Oh, no.
John stumbles out of the ring and Logan can't believe what's happened. We believed it, but he didn't believe it was going to happen.
I wouldn't believe it personally.
And it's enough of an opening for the baby faces. You get a disaster kick, a tag to Jay, the Cody, Uso splash. 1, 2, 3, the baby faces win.
Yes.
And whilst the baby face has got in all that offense, we see Cena is over it as he takes the belt. He heads up the ramp with Cody staring daggers through him the whole time. Cena backs up the ramp and he's signaling, I'm done with this bull plops. I don't need this, none of this rubbish. It's child's play. But as he does, who does he back into? But one C. Montgomery Punk.
Oh, my goodness me.
Still vying for revenge after what transpired at Elimination Chamber. John realizes, and before he knows it, Cody's also vying for his revenge too. He darts out of the ring and he beelines towards Cena. And between a Pepsi Man and a son of a plumber, a brawl ensues between the three as Jay celebrates in the ring. But as Jay's celebrating, he's attacked behind by bloody Seth Rollins, Bron Breakker, and bloody Bronson Reed, isn't it? They're all still licking their wounds from earlier.
Idiots.
And Rollins hoists up Jay for a buckle bomb and he hits it. And with Jay in the corner, Seth grabs his face and he starts taunting him. Hey, you silly, hey. When Sammy comes running in again, only for Rollins to move out of the way at the last second. And Sammy's in. Helluva kicks Jey Uso straight in the mush square on.
No, he didn't want that to happen either.
And that's the end of the pitch. However, it might be an anticlimactic way to end the pitch there. But I was thinking, I kind of like the idea of with sort of Sami Zayn and CM Punk being like, you got to stop him, you can't let him get the briefcase, this, that, and the other. I like the idea that even without Seth holding the briefcase, Sammy's doing a bit of a bang-up job, making sure everything's kind of crumbling around him, regardless, because we got the Karrion Kross stuff.
I was going to say, is this Karrion's fault?
Yeah, Karrion. We all know you speak to Karrion Kross, it's about to get cross. That's what happens.
That's his famous catchphrase.
So I kind of like the idea, because it feels like they might be turning.
That's the most Tom Campbell Karrion Kross catchphrase I've ever heard in my life. He's about to get crossed.
Do you think Sammy's turning heel?
Yeah, but later, once the
I
dust
think
has
later as well.
settled.
That's what I'm thinking.
But if he does, I want him to do it in order to win a world title, because that's what he wants.
And then you can imagine, can't you, as well, right? After that Helluva kick to Jay's happened, you can imagine Karrion Kross being like, "Oh, you bloody liked it, didn't you, Sammy?"
I like Karrion Kross, and I think he's done a great job of keeping himself relevant and everything. But I don't think he needs to be in this. I know that's not part of your pitch. I'm just making a general point, because I think Sammy's already. He could be. I think a more compelling story is Sammy getting tempted by winning a world title to abandon his morals.
Yeah, yeah.
And you don't need Karrion Kross to be there, being like, "You could do this." I
guess, is he ever really in these things? He's always like just in the background, just like passing through. Hello,
I'm a plot device.
Yes.
I don't know. It's a yes for me, regardless.
But thank you.
Although you've been a bit of a cheeky boy, because it felt a bit like two pitches in one. Oh,
you
stop it!
Was this originally two?
No, I just wanted something to happen at the end of the tag match.
Fair enough.
I think in combining two pitches, you create what I think there really should be more of in WWE right now, and that's a sense of panic around Cena's title reign.
Yeah, no one cares.
Yeah, because like the time's ticking down, and he's gonna go, and he's gonna take the belt with him. He's made it clear, like, if I go, like, this legacy dies with me.
I was saying this was it on the podcast the other day? I was comparing it to when Punk ran off with the Money in the Bank, Money in the Bank with the belt, and you had Michael Cole and going, well, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? And that's what they need more. Instead of going, well, he is the greatest of all time. I hate it.
Yeah, it's rubbish.
It is rubbish.
But I like all these sort of elements running in and making mistakes. Like Sammy just desperate to get in there to make the same. Like, I like the sense of panic all around it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Punk turning up there because, of course, like, Punk's not going to sort of wait in line any longer because the clock's ticking. So he needs to get in there and punch his ticket pretty quickly.
Oh, yeah.
So I like that. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a yes from me.
Thank
I liked
you.
it.
I'll take it.
I like the chaos, and I like it gives you lots of potential ways in which Cena's reign could go, and also folding in Rollins and Breakker et al. In amongst that as well. I think really helps it too.
Thank you. I'll take it.
It's time for Cena and Logan versus
we haven't done that yet.
But I've gone a little different way.
Oh, a little bit of a swerve.
Yes. Cody and Jay have electric tag team chemistry, as we all know.
They do.
But built purely on vibes, it seems. They dominate the early goings-on in the match, taking it to Logan Paul and never allowing John Cena the chance to tag in. Logan tries to get sneaky, collecting the brass knuckles from his guy at ringside, the one who Michael Cole hates. It's that idiot, Jeff.
It's that man.
Because I think it's Jeff.
Is it his manager or something?
It's like one of his entourage or something. Oh? Oh, it's all right. I thought Joel was messing with the sound desk, but it was his phone.
No.
And he's like, it's that idiot. And he gives Logan Paul the brass knuckles. And he gets back in the ring and lays out Jay with the brassy Ks. 1, 2. But the brave American Nightmare kicks out just in time. Logan can't believe it. Both men now crawl to their respective corners to make the hot tag. Cody gets the tag and gets in the ring. Oh, no, wait, it was Jay, who kicks out just in time, not the American Nightmare. Jay gets it with the brass knuckles. Jay kicks out, gets the tag to Cody, who gets in the ring, raring to go against John Cena, who hasn't made the tag. Has actually stepped down from the apron instead. With his evil blank face, and Logan's there going like, oh! Like I can imagine him doing like he's exhausted. He's been beaten down the whole match. He's going, oh, John, I'm so humble.
Doing that thing where he's just sort of stood there like he's trying to pass like a really hard stool.
Okay, The crowd boo John because they're like, "Why is he a coward? What's he doing?"
Yeah.
Logan is confused. Cody's being the fieriest of babyfaces, going, "No, come on, I love you." Cena clearly doesn't want any part of Cody and watches from the ramp as Logan is finished off by the faces.
Oh, no.
The babyfaces win, but are left dissatisfied, as are the crowd. Jay raises their spirits with a yeet party, but it's been a far shorter match than expected.
Oh, no.
Cena demands that security get between himself and Cody on the ramp, so the faces have to leave through the crowd instead. Yeeting.
That is
so
quite
hard.
the yeet.
Yeeting all the way. Cena turns to leave now. He's at the top of the ramp.
Yeah.
Time to play the game.
It's all about game.
Yeah.
And now you game it.
Yeah.
All about the game. And if that, do you remember at WrestleMania 17?
When he got the lyrics wrong.
Motorhead forgot the words to the song.
Yeah. So it's all about.
I am the
literally
game
all
and you
about
can
the
play
game.
me. I'm the game and you can play me.
Bloody Lemmy, that.
Quite-
Lemmy?
Lemmy. Quite a good
not
Lemmy.
Lemmy.
Not the
the Scottish
Glaswegian.
comedian.
Quite a good Lemmy, though.
It'd be great if he sang it.
Yeah.
It would also be.
We've accidentally booked Limmy. That's my third pitch. We've accidentally booked Limmy.
It's how they beat the game, mate.
One way down wrong way down a one-way street.
Wrong way down a one-way street. Triple H heads out onto the stage.
Oh.
To say Steph's turned the Wheatons against us.
Turn the wheels again. And stands in his way. No, John. He gets on the mic and says, "John, these people wanted to see you wrestle tonight. And as far as I can tell, you were never even the legal man. You haven't wrestled at all. So I've just spoken to the board of directors or whatever. You know when they have to. I've just and we've agreed that you are obliged to defend the title tonight at Money in the Bank against this man." You can guess who it is.
It's bloody. Chad Gable.
No, it's CM Punk. My theory there is, and I'm too cowardly to book how on earth Cena would retain, because I feel like he has to retain, but I just don't know how. I don't want another underwhelming heel retention, like against Cody at WrestleMania, or when he won the belt at WrestleMania, or when he defended against Randy. So I don't really know how, but my logic here is that of all the wrestling we've seen Cena do in his later years, he's obviously lost it, and everyone does, and that's fine.
Yeah.
He's lost a bit of it.
Yeah.
But the one person who he's had the most thrilling exchange with and the best chemistry with still was just in that bit of Elimination Chamber against Punk.
Yeah.
So I think with maybe a bit of smoke and mirrors here and there, they can put on a worthy match here. It wouldn't live up to their old classics or anything, but I do think that it would be a match that people would still be interested in seeing. I was gutted when Money in the Bank was announced and then it wasn't Punk versus Cena. It just felt like the way they should have
It
gone.
felt like they should have gone that way.
But that's my pitch anyway.
I like it. I think I can either have Cena in terms of the victory. It can either be Cena just like leaning on all the ropes, massive handful of ropes to get a real dirty win, or it could be something you could use to facilitate a new feud for Punk. Whether Reed comes out and tsunamis him, whether you have like Bronson come out and spear the bejeebus out of Punk,
Or Braun.
I'm sorry, Bron. Yeah.
It's very difficult, isn't it? 'Cause
Yeah.
why have they got two lads called Braun and Bronson in the same stable?
Too many Brons.
Bron and
Too
Bronson.
many Brons. But I like it. I like it's a nice way of giving us, again, because time is ticking, because like with Andrew's pitch, creating that sense of panic, because it's like he's got X amount of appearances left. Let's just try and get the belt off him now. Let's Punk, get out there. And it's a nice little extra for the paying fans as well.
Yes.
It's a yes.
Success for
It feels
me.
like something that would happen at a dark portion at the end of a show.
Oh, but this is real.
But this is real.
The lights are on.
Real.
but
Lights
this is
are
real.
on.
Andrew.
It's a big yes from me. The only thing I know about them going to the board of directors that are Triple H saying that is that not technically Rock?
Oh no! Give me a no.
Well,
Give me a no.
Rock
Give me a
was
no.
out sick that day.
No, you
so
found
it's
it.
fine.
No, you found it.
No,
You
no,
found a
no,
loophole.
no,
Triple
no.
H can just say, look,
Do it.
Look,
No,
I haven't gone to the board.
Well-
I'm the authority anyway.
Yeah,
So
but
this was-
I've
I'm the one in the
decided.
building.
We're changing my
The
pitch.
authority
I'm
is
the
not-
one in the building.
Yeah, the board aren't in the building.
doing
So
what,
powerful's to me.
No.
You know when Raven was about to lose a match, he was like, "Finish me.
Do it.
Do it."
It's a yes from me.
Ah.
But as well, do you know how
do
you
it.
could do that? Do you remember when, I can't remember what pay-per-view it was, but it was Cena versus Punk for the championship. And it was like that false finish thing where Cena thought he'd won the championship or retained the championship. But because of the way that the pin was, he hadn't. And it was in West Newbury, Massachusetts. Was it in Massachusetts?
Oh right,
It
I
might
don't
have
know.
been.
Punk and Cena.
Yeah.
Was it on a Raw?
It was like they did a move off the top rope, and like both of their shoulders were down.
Oh,
so
right.
Punk retained the championship.
Oh, I remember that with Punk and Bryan, I think. But I don't remember. Oh, right, fair enough. Fair enough.
Punk and Cena
fair
as
enough.
well, and it was in like Cena's hometown too. So it was like, yeah, and
But
then they were like,
no.
ha ha, got you there. So something like that could happen as well.
Could happen as
To
well.
keep it
To
going.
keep the finish, to
Yeah.
keep Punk protected a bit in the finish. You didn't need to give me a yes.
But I gave you a yes,
You'd
yeah.
found a big old loophole,
Yeah,
and you could have
It's
ruined
what
me
we
with it.
want to happen.
Fair
it's
enough.
not what we
Want
think
to
is gonna happen.
You've stayed
It's what
within
we
the
want to
spirit of the
happen.
game. You
Oh
have.
yeah.
Ah, yeah. Tom, your third and final pick.
Okay, so end of the tag match. Cody and Jey Uso beat John Cena and Logan Paul. Small act of vengeance for Cody, for the man who took his title. Credits roll and produced by Deadpool of Extra Makers, the other lad. Stay tuned, because Triple H is going to stream Kingdom Hearts in a minute.
Road Dog.
Road Dog.
Crayon.
written in Comic Sans. Road Dog.
Cool.
Oh, show's ending. Best turn off the telly and go and, finish off that pasta in the shower like normal. If you smell what the rock is cooking. It's the final boss.
Bloody hell.
Cody's
What's he
in the
doing?
ring, Jay's in the ring, and they're looking back, and here is The Rock. He stands on the ramp, looking for ages, and he reaches into his inside pocket. He holds aloft a key.
A key.
A key. Cody looks at this key. He knows what this means. And you can tell like he's confused. He's a bit upset by it. And The Rock is holding it. And you can almost see through the glasses like a little tear in The Rock's
What's
eyes.
going on?
Holding up this key.
What? It's like a Metal Gear Solid cutscene.
No commentary. No. What's that? What's that about?
What is
What's
it?
that about? And like on SmackDown, like Cody is on SmackDown. He talks about he's ready to take the title back and save us from John Cena. But Kathy Kelly goes, yeah, but what about the key? Like The Rock showed you this key that clearly had an effect on you, and Cody just like shuffles awkwardly and kind of one thing. Excuse me for a second, and then he leaves. Like he cuts away mid-interview. It's like, what's that about?
What's the
What's
key?
that about? A few weeks pass, and The Rock is on the red carpet doing the smashing machine thing, but plug in that. He's asked by E about the key. They're like, what did this say? We saw you, you showed Cody Rhodes this key. Like, what does this mean? Like, is this to do with your past? And The Rock responds quite enigmatically. He says, hey, look, Cody, he's my brother. He's my son. He's my mentor. He's my greatest hero villain. He's my friend.
My good
he's my
time
brother.
boy.
He's my good time boy. He's my blood. He knows what it means, and I know what it means, and we're taking you on a journey here.
Well,
And
just text him a picture of
it's
it. Then.
all-
Don't come out in front of all these millions and
I
millions.
know, right?
What's he? But that is very The Rock.
But he's like,
though.
it's
Yeah.
all going to make sense. You just got to enjoy the ride. Just enjoy the ride. It's all going to make sense. Months go by, and Cena and
What?
Cody are on another collision course for SummerSlam now, but they've kind of been at loggerheads all the while. Cena gets asked on Jimmy Kimmel, hey, look, we saw The Rock turn up, and obviously The Rock's got your soul, and he showed this key at Money in the Bank. What does that mean? To which Cena enigmatically replies, hey, The Rock is one of the greatest of all times. He's a master storyteller. He's the greatest physical lover I've ever known.
Yeah.
He's
Starting to think this pitch might not be as serious. as
He's
I-
the great. He's creating art with instruments and painting a canvas with music. The process must be trusted. It'll all make sense. You just got to enjoy the ride.
Okay.
We get so Cody faces Cena at SummerSlam, but Cena defeats Cody again. And the journey continues with this cloud over it of like, what Cody seems different since the incident at Money in the Bank, but we don't have answers. We get all the way to Survivor Series and the clock is ticking on Cena's run in the company, like maybe a handful of dates left. Cody Rhodes and John Cena's headlining Survivor Series for the undisputed WWE title one last time. Cody Rhodes appears on Good Morning America. He talks about how important this match is. And once again, the conversation of The Rock comes up. You know, he's on the board for TKO. And a few months ago, he was at Money in the Bank and he showed you this key and it had a profound effect on you. And well, you know, what do you say to that going into this match with Cena with that hanging over you as well? And Cody enigmatically responds, The Rock is the Jesus Christ of pro wrestling. He's a master of the greatest sport of all time. He's both my one inspiration and my greatest enemy. He has soft hands and I feel safe in his arms. Yeah. Wrestling...
I'm furious about
Wrestling is all about stories, heroes and villains. It's a Magna Carta magnum opus. It's the rights and the wrongs. The true adventure is in the journey, not the destination. The Rock is the master of leading fans on that journey. I love him. I hate him. I can't live without him. Always, always saliva. Soon it'll all make sense. You just enjoy the ride. Okay. Anyway, Cody beats John Cena, wins the title, and Cena goes babyface for a bit. The Rock will address the key 5 years later on the MMA Hour with Ariel Helwani. and Ariel will go, hey, what was that business with the key?
Stop.
The Rock will go, the fans are idiots. They keep trying to tell our stories for us. I was in the area for Money in the Bank. TKO asked if I could just turn up. They wanted to sell some VIP packets. They wanted me to pop in, hit a rock bottom on somebody and leave. And I said, no, let's do something that will get people talking. The fans ruined it, as they always do. Oh, you saw me hold up a key and just decided I was going to wrestle again and be part of WWE TV again. I'm busy. I've been recording a TV commercial for R. White's Lemonade. I haven't got time. If you saw me hold up a key and then got annoyed because it didn't go the way you wanted it to, because the beginning didn't follow and get followed by a middle or an end, then that's on you. I'm sorry that there's more to life than Toradov's narrative theory.
Wow.
I'm sorry you're such a pretentious asshole who gets upset when you don't get things that you want. Just shut up, enjoy the ride, and buy some R. White's Lemonade, you complete colossal morons. End of pits.
Very... Well, I've got two things to say.
Is it because he's gentle lover and he's safe in his arms?
For three things.
Okay.
And I think this says a lot about previous pitches I've heard from Tom Campbell in the past.
Yeah.
Around the time we got to SummerSlam in the pitch, I started to think, if this ends in a pun, I'm going to be furious. It's like,
I knew it.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a pun.
Towards when we get into the bit where Cody was doing his bit on Good Morning America, I was like, it's going to end with just like, and then it ends.
Secondly, I have to give it a no on principle. I'm sorry, but thirdly,
one time I'll do pictures and I will get 6 no's.
But thirdly,
nearly,
I will say. The only reason I'm giving it a no is because I got annoyed as if it was a real thing.
I could tell you were getting annoyed.
And it was a very marvellous parody of often The Rock's attitude to stories and storytelling. So for that, it's a no on principle, but it's a yes in my heart.
Look at you judging this. Just shut up and enjoy the ride.
Enjoy the ride.
Enjoy the ride,
and
Jack.
if you've never laced up a pair of boots, you know you ain't got any right to talk
I'm
about it
sorry.
anyway.
Have you ever been in the ring? I bet you've never been super kicked by Will Ospreay.
I bet you've never been clobbered off tapering.
I never have.
Have
Andrew?
you? You've been put through a table?
No,
you put Adam through a table.
I put Adam through a
You've
table.
been you're a wrestler. Yeah.
Look at them.
We can make that happen. We've got connections at North.
Oh, yeah. I would like to stand in the ring one time at least, anyway.
Oh, well, mission accomplished. We'll sort that.
I got so drunk at North. I had a wonderful time, Tom.
Yeah, you did have you had a little drinky.
I had a little
drinky
poo.
poo.
Very nice.
Yes.
Struggling.
Yes.
Yes, you are.
So it's no for me, but it's a yes. But I admire the satire.
Thank you very much.
Because it was accurate. Weirdly accurate.
I was about to say I admire the satire, but it's kind of like on point with something that could happen.
Yeah,
in
100%.
terms of
Yeah,
right.
which is why I gave it a no. Yeah. 'Cause I would hate that.
I would also probably hate that. Probably, yes.
He's trying to find reasons to give it a yes.
I would
He's like,
also hate that. No, I don't think I can.
That's okay. One day I want to do pitches and get 6 no's.
But I'll tell you something I do appreciate. I appreciate.
Oh God, just give it a no.
I'm just giving it a no.
I've got 2 no's.
I was just saying that I appreciate the whole. I really like when it's all drawn out and then it's one sentence at the end.
Yeah,
it's just like,
so yeah.
it's the best. So for that, I absolutely love it. But unfortunately, I want no keys in my wrestling, please.
Just give me the.
It's
Just enjoy the ride,
right.
Andrew.
There were so many elements that were accurate, like the arbitrary object, like the watch or whatever it was, or the
Like, do you remember the egg back in the day?
golden egg.
Yeah.
The golden egg.
That didn't really involve the Rock, though. That was more of a Vince one.
That was, yeah.
Was it more that we thought the Rock would turn up, but no, the egg was the surprise? Yes.
Yeah.
Stupid idiot. Just enjoy the ride.
Yeah.
Just enjoy the ride.
I think Triple H is in his difficult second album phase because everyone liked the build to last year. Everyone went, wow, Triple H really saved the day from The Rock back then. This year it hasn't been quite as critically acclaimed and Triple H has kind of gone a bit moody.
He's in his difficult second album phase and he started reading YouTube comments.
Yeah.
Right. Someone showed him there's a comment section. Yeah, right. Oh, no.
Just shut up.
It's the Pink album, isn't it? But I love the Pink album.
The Pink album?
Yeah. From
What, Funhouse?
Well, Weezer. Or Pinkerton.
Pinkerton, that's what I meant.
The Blue album.
Yeah.
And then Pinkerton.
Yes. So the second album.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
a lot of people don't.
I've never
Vibe
listened to
with.
Pinkerton.
It's amazing.
But I love the Blue album.
It's the best.
Sorry.
Anyway.
Thank you, Tom, for the
Thanks,
satire.
Tom.
Thank you.
Andrew, what have you got?
I've got the women's IC title match, all right? It's basically just an overlay of what I would like to see happen.
Yeah, yeah.
Becky is fuming. I'm fuming in this match. Like, Becky's fuming, and Lyra is feeling far more confident given the result we saw at Backlash a month ago, along with the fact that Lynch has yet to get a win over Valkyria yet. And that confidence is evident throughout. Becky is a bit more erratic and scrappy, trying to do anything she can to put Lyra away quickly, whilst Lyra has an answer, a maneuver for everything Becky does, which only amplifies her frustration. Everything Becky throws at Valkyria just isn't enough to put her away for the 3. So instead, she starts targeting Lyra's arm in an attempt to make her tap out. She wraps it around the ring post outside. She traps it in between the ring steps. She's tying it up in the ropes. That's naughty. Becky is doing everything she can.
That's naughty.
You have to give them a little bit of pizzazz to make them a bit more exciting
No,
because they're not the most exciting pitches this time.
Well, no, but and also we're not watching the match. I'm
Also,
sure we
yes.
would be like,
I feel like we are with
Yeah,
Andrew
now I
Reid.
do. Yeah.
So she's tying it up in the ropes. Becky's doing everything she can to create an opening of weakness in Valkyria, but Lyra still powers back regardless, much to the dismay of Becky. Valkyria manages to get Lynch on her shoulders, ready for a Nightwing, only for Becky to counter it into a disarmer. But Lyra keeps on fighting. The IC champ nearly gets the rope break, but Becky pulls her back into the center of the ring. Lyra tries to reverse it into a roll-up. Becky rolls right back into the submission. Valkyria won't stop fighting, though. Instead, she manages to hoist up Lynch from the canvas into the Nightwing, but as she stumbles, she almost hits the ref with Becky's legs. Whoa, careful now. Whoa, the ref's doing all this ducking.
Almost.
All the ducking, yeah. However, it's in that moment that the referee is ducking. That the referee's ducking, that Becky seizes the opportunity. She rakes the eyes of Lyra. I nearly pulled my hat off then in the raking motion. She hits a crucifix bomb into a pinning combination, grabs the tights out of the sight of the referee
there's so
for
much
the
cheating.
underhanded, devious win. Boo, Becky Lynch is our new IC champion. Boo.
Do you want the stipulation? Is the stipulation come into play?
As per the stipulation.
Oh!
This guy.
This
right here.
guy.
As per the stipulation, Becky keeps gloating and pushing Lyra to raise her arm, as was agreed upon if she won.
Do the crowd want it to? I can't get the vibe here.
Being
It's like
the-
if someone tried to do something unreasonable, like make someone go to an Italian restaurant on his own. I
Right.
mean,
Well, this is all about.
This is quite a reasonable thing to ask somebody to do.
I
It's
don't
all
think
about
that's
the
quite-
I think that's
heat,
very
isn't it?
reasonable. I think it's, a lot of people eat in Italian restaurants on their own.
But
with a laptop, not getting food, just a drink. Madness. Sorry, Andrew.
I think it's perfectly normal.
being the valiant babyfish she is, Lyra reluctantly raises Becky's arm in victory.
Okay.
But it's not long before Lynch just capitalizes and locks in the disarmer. It's the
she's-
same arm.
she's horrible.
It's the same
she's
arm
horrible.
that she was targeting.
Oh,
and
she's
she
mean.
she's mean.
Oh, she mean.
And she just adds insult to injury. You got the rest of medical staff, everybody, they can't pry the new IC Women's Champ off of Lyra. That is until we hear the music of a returning Bailey. She's back, everybody. Here we go. And she chases the new champion away as she as she comforts Valkyria in the ring, and then that, I feel like, leads into potentially Evolution or
fair.
SummerSlam.
Fair
for a
enough.
big match for that championship.
Lovely.
Thank
you, Andrew.
You're welcome.
I've not really got anything to add because I think you've done a sterling job there.
Ta.
It's a yes from me.
It's a yes from me as well. I think this is the way that it almost definitely will go as well. I think Yeah, I think with no disrespect to Lyra, I think Lyra's had a great run with the belt, but I feel like they want to do something to elevate this title a little more, and I think having a Becky Bailey series that runs over Evolution and SummerSlam, I think will do more, which means that Valkyria kind of gets put to the side.
I think she could go above. She could feud with someone like above, because I think she's really started to in this feud really kind of show a bit more character. And I wouldn't want her to be sidelined, but I don't think that necessarily has to happen.
Well, even the way that you do it there, the work on the arm throughout the match, does
take a
mean
bit of
that
time.
she can take like a step away.
That's it. Because I get, obviously now that if Lyra's away, if Bailey wins the championship somewhere down the line as well, then you've got a thing between Lyra and Bailey then too, which would be quite fun.
You've got my belt.
Friends,
it
you've got me belt.
It leaves things open.
It does.
Oh, yes.
Like a door.
Like a bird.
Like a bird.
Wait.
I want to fly away.
Yeah.
Leaves things open like a bird.
Because Lyra's one of them.
She is a bird.
She's a
bird.
She doesn't know where her home is. Don't know where my phone is. I don't know the actual lyric. Thank you, Andrew.
You're welcome. Thank you, guys.
Beautiful.
Thank you, guys.
Great pitch.
Thank you, Joel.
Thank you, Andrew.
Oh,
Thank you for the music.
Yes.
he's a guy. He's a good guy.
No, pitch number 3. I'm going to book the rematch we've all been waiting for. With space on the card as we record this episode of Pitches, there's only 4 matches, as we've said. I'm going to have a backstage segment with Mellow Dope Miz. After Mellow's loss recently, the former NXT champion is starting to think that maybe his mentor's plans don't work out as well as he thinks. All the time he's like, Miz, what are you on about? Your plan didn't really work. Miz is like, right, I'll show you and all of these people. I'm still the Miz and I'm still awesome. His music hits. He strides to the ring. He's all grumpy. Stomp, 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 and heads down to the ring. Listen, everyone, you absolute wankers, he says.
Oh, Jesus. Jesus, Miz.
Go for the judge.
That's what he always. It's his classic promo opening. I'm issuing an open challenge right now. Of course, we need to remember that this is Money in the Bank. So, in the words of Cody Rhodes, how apropos, which Cody says instead of appropriate. I don't know why. It means the same thing. I guess
it
sounds fancier, doesn't it?
I guess so, yeah.
How apropos when this theme music hits. Here comes money, money talk. Here comes
Money,
Money, money, money, money, money.
dollar.
Yeah.
Dollar. I'll stop.
Yes, you're right.
Yes.
Shane McMahon's here.
Yes.
Dancing his way down to the ring and being all bloody smug, and it's time for the rematch of.
Look at me hammies. He's
Yeah.
gonna look at me hammies.
Hey, look at me, Abby. I love this version of WWE. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, you wankers, here, look at Abby.
Yeah.
Let's
Look at me,
go.
Abby's.
I'm back and go.
He's being all smug. He's Shane McMahon, and I think it's time for the rematch of the century. But I actually think that Shane can be the heel here, and the reason I say this is because I was worried when I wrote this that Miz would be cheered actually against Shane, because I think that Miz has built up quite a lot of respect and goodwill with wrestling fans over his long career. Shane coming back, people might just be like,
Again,
yeah. I think you get an initial pop for the theme, but I think people will be like, I don't know if we want to actually. So I think just have Shane actually just wrestle like the heel for this one night. The ref gets bumped, and Shane's about to take advantage. Goes to the timekeeper's area to grab a chair, but we get that shot where like someone else has grabbed it. And he's like, "Give me the chair." Who is it? It's a man in a balaclava.
Oh, no. Not Balaclava Brian.
It is.
Oh, not him again.
This is when in your pitch I got sad. Attitude adjustment through the announce table. He gets in the ring and stands a bit like DDP did in 2001 when he was about to. But it's our truth. He's here to save his old pal, and they hug. And Miz gets the win, and then I guess Miz turns face again, and Mello is left as a heel on his own, which I think actually helps him a little. Shane.
Never mind.
Get your money for the night. Well done, Shane, mate.
Good
Good
lad.
job. Good lad. Yeah, that's
Good boy.
it's actually his retirement match.
Oh.
Yeah. But
Is there any mention of that throughout the night, or is it just...
maybe they say it like executive produced by Paul Levesque, as Tom says the other one.
Bye-bye,
Road
Shane
Dog,
McMahon.
Shane McMahon.
Shane McMahon died on his way back to his home planet.
I like it. That's good.
I must go now.
I like it. I like it very
Good.
much. I like the idea of if R-Truth, if this isn't R-Truth back proper, and if it is just like a little bit of a thing
It
before
can be.
his, it can be
Left
if
it
we want
open.
it. We have left it open. But if it is or if it's not, it's nice that it sort of like caps it off with Miz, just because of the whole tag team that they had, which was really, really fun. And also, if it lifts up and go for tag team championships again.
Hell yeah.
Go for them.
Hell yeah.
Do it.
Yes. Thank you.
I think you could have maybe streamlined it somewhat.
Okay.
And not
After your last pick?
Yeah, I know.
All right, okay.
Mine are quite simple, as you may have noticed. I would have had, like the bit with Carmelo going, here, Miz, yes, your tactics are trash. Like, and instead of Miz going out open challenge and Shane McMahon, open challenge, Carmelo Hayes.
Oh.
So I tell you what, if I beat you, then you're done.
Is that what you thought where I was going?
I thought so. I thought if I
that
beat
would be-
you,
that
then
would
you're
be good.
done with wrestling. You've got to hang it up.
Oh.
And then Truth comes out to help his old boy, The Miz. And then
That's fantastic as
awesome
well.
Truth
Oh.
save the day. And
Yes.
then Hayes doesn't feel so left out in the cold
Yeah,
by the whole situation. But it's a nice excuse to see Shane McMahon and his good Amis again.
Yes.
And it's a nice excuse to see R-Truth popping up again.
I was so tempted to try and involve Snoop Dogg as well, but I didn't.
Have him just in case the Hammies go
Yeah,
again.
he's in reserve. Yeah.
I'm giving it a yes.
Yay.
It's a bit of shenanigans that we would not expect at Money in the Bank, and it'd be lovely to see.
What
I
a,
love it.
What a happy way to end the video.
Yeah.
Um,
I keep saying that so much this whole
Yeah.
entire video.
Yeah.
I'm just so excited.
And we're
That's
excited
great.
to bring you all of the Money in the Bank coverage this weekend as well. You done predictions?
Yes, me and Adam will be doing predictions tomorrow, and then we'll be doing the live stream on Saturday as well. That's youtube.com/Cultaholic/live.
I'll be doing What Happened At on the night of the show as well. That should go out in the short while after the pay-per-view once the editors have managed to... Because it's all very frantic pace, but we managed to cobble it together. We do. Tom, have you got anything you want to mention?
No, but Ross will be doing WTF moments for Money in the Bank. So he'll be on the Patreon. You can watch every WTF, all the punishment videos and video versions of the classic reviews at patreon.com/Cultaholic.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much for watching. And tell you what, everyone, why not leave your pictures in the comment section down below?
Or don't! Just enjoy the ride!
Oh, no, none of that. We're the opposite of that here.
Enjoy the ride!
What key would you use?
Make your own. Make your
I'm gonna
own.
write my own wrestling. Shut up. Put some boots on. Enjoy the ride.
Make your own ride. Write your own pictures, and then the most upvoted one, I'm not appreciatively add it.
Oh, what a guy! What a guy!
I'm not appreciative.
Oh, very good. With a glass of cognac. Yes, very good. Thank you very much for joining me, lads. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you, Jack.
Thank you,
Thank
Joel.
you, Joel.
Behind the
Thank
camera as
you.
well.
Thank you.
And thank you very much for watching. And remember, of course, life's a pitch, and then you die. Thanks,
What we
everybody.
want to happen.
It certainly is. Oh, no.